Shanny, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I survived an eating disorder. Hi Shanny, hi. That is my new intro because this is it's not a new channel, but it's a new beginning to the channel that I already have that I would like to revamp and try and make it good again and try and give it some things. So you might notice that in my name it says Educating Shanny 2.0 because now my channel is going to be me talking about the same things that I did in the past, except for that now I'm recovered, and so now I can give you another perspective of it. One of the things I did on my little break from YouTube was I did a lot of coloring and a lot of sparklishing the colorings that I did, and I added gems and jewels and stuff to make them even more shiny and bright and colorful and stuff. So there's a whole bunch more. I'm gonna like switch them out in every video, but eventually I will be giving these to you guys, all of these, because I'm sure that all of you want a piece of my art that's just brilliant. So if you already know who I am and you've been watching my channel for a while, you're gonna see and notice that the name of my channel has changed just a little bit. And if you've never been here and this is your first time, hi, my name is Shanny, and I want to kind of explain where my channel was in the past and where I want it to go now. And I hope that you'll join me, and please subscribe and like, and oh my gosh, I never ask for that anymore. I always did in the very beginning, and then I was like, yeah, I don't want to sound too needy, but like right now, like I need it. So subscribe, thanks. So basically, I have had eating disorders since I was 5 years old. I struggle with other mental health, depression, anxiety, borderline personality disorder, OCD, ADHD. I'm sure there's more I'm forgetting, but a lot of mental illness. A lot of physical illness too. Endometriosis, fibromyalgia, interstitial cystitis, irritable bowel syndrome, gastroparesis, acid reflux, all the things. It's great. So my life is really great. No, it really is though. It really is though. But anyway, I started my channel because I wanted to try and first of all, educate people out there about eating disorders and get people talking about it more and just kind of normalizing talking about it more, because not enough people do. My brother-in-law is a doctor, and he said that in med school, out of like the thickest books, like stacks of these thickest books, there was one page on eating disorders, one, and it was basically just telling you which the different eating disorders were. It wasn't even about like how you help. It basically just said send them to rehab or something. But people need to talk about it more. We need to bring this out of the dark. Addictions and especially eating disorders thrive off of secrecy and loneliness, and so we need to bring them out of the dark so that they're not thriving anymore. So that was my goal, and I wanted to do it in a really like fun, kind of upbeat way with like fun music, and put also fun videos throughout the week, and do silly skits and just like have a silly attitude a lot, because I wanted to make it comfortable to talk about. And it went really well at first. I worked really hard to grow my channel, and I don't know, a few hundred subscribers in, I think my dear friend Emily Vegan Flower, who's another YouTuber, but she's not YouTubing anymore, but she's another YouTuber, and she found one of my videos, and she had like 20,000 subscribers at the time. And she gave me a shout out, and it just shot up my subscriber list. And I asked her like, what can I do for you? I cannot believe you were so generous and kind. And she's like, just pay it forward. So since then I have been. I try to pay it forward to smaller channels or any channels that I think deserve more traction and more attention. So she really gave me the boost that I needed in the eating disorder community on YouTube. So thank you for that again, Emily. I love you very much. And then I had my first viral video, A Day in the Life of a Bulimic, and it got like millions of views. I don't remember, probably like 2 or 3 million views, I think. I don't know, but it happened quickly, and it was freaky, and it was exciting, and it was also just like nerve-wracking because it's not a fun video to watch. It's not a great video. But that also blew up my channel more, and I appreciate that. And I was getting like offers from like TV stations, and like the Huffington Post wanted to do like an interview with me and do like a cover story or whatever you call that. And all kinds of people were writing articles on me on the internet and stuff. And sadly, I regret it now. I didn't take those chances. I didn't call back the Huffington Post. I didn't call back the news people. I didn't do any of that. So I feel really, I regret that now. But now if anyone wants to reach out, I'm your girl and I'll do it and I'll be interviewed. And yeah, because I put my life on blast anyway. Why was I so scared to be interviewed by somebody else? I don't know. Anyway, channel kept growing and growing. I did some really good videos. Like, I'm really not trying to brag. I'm just like, I really did. I put in so much work in my videos. I would write them and film and edit and spend extra time making sure that it's a good video and that I can try and give as much information as I can give, seeing that I'm not a doctor and I'm not a therapist. I just wanted to share my experience and also take people through my possible recovery, and also just like educate other people about eating disorders so that they can know how to help loved ones with eating disorders, that kind of thing. Just raising awareness, you know. I took you guys through my journey. I lost all of my teeth. You guys got to see that entire process with me and go through the ins and the outs and the doctor's appointments and surgeries and the aftermath and the pain and the screaming, crying, and I just wanted to document as much as I could so that I could warn as many people as I could of what can happen with eating disorders. You can lose your teeth, you can lose the ability to have kids, you can lose the ability to poop on your own. I did that. Good job. So I was doing better for a little bit, and then I kind of had a relapse, and then I started to rely more on my friends on Instagram more than YouTube, whereas before I would focus on YouTube and then sometimes go live on Instagram. I found a lot of peace and comfort on Instagram, and it became kind of my routine, I guess. Like, my YouTube videos started like slowing down. I got up to like 91,000 subscribers, and then now I'm almost at 87,000. Not that it matters, it's just like you work so hard for it, and if you're a YouTuber out there, you understand, like, you work so hard for something, and then for it to be just taken away like that, and it's out of your control and out of your power. And I'm pretty sure it's YouTube that's doing it. It's not people leaving. I'm sure some people have left me, but not that many. And I'm seeing this happen all over to other YouTubers as well. So it's just really stupid. But anyway, and I wasn't having as much passion for them, and I felt that people needed me more on Instagram, and I wanted to be there for them more personally and try and help them as much as I could and build that wonderful family that we do have on Instagram. I love them so much. But because I had stepped away kind of from YouTube to focus on that and also to focus on me and stuff, like, my channel just continued to die. I've tried to post videos here and there over the last little bit, but I just haven't really had like the spark in me to do it. But now I do, and so I'm back. And I thought to myself, you know, your channel's dead, let's be real. I mean, I'm grateful for all of the 86 whatever thousand people that are watching me. I'm so grateful. Well, let me take that back. I'm so grateful for the average of 1,000 people that watch my videos. I'm so grateful for you. I don't know where I'd be without you. But anyway, my point is that it was kind of a rough. I'm trying to figure out how to transition back into YouTube because I miss it now, and now I want to do it again. I'm not just doing it because I have to. Now I want to again because I'm doing great eating disorder wise. Otherwise, no, we can talk about that later. But eating disorder, you'll notice at the beginning of this video, I said, I'm Shani and I survived an eating disorder. Usually I say, hi Shani Fannies, welcome to Educating Shani. I'm Shani and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. And now I'm like, hey Shani Fannies, welcome back to Where's Educating Shani. I'm Shani and I survived an eating disorder. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. I survived after 31 years of it. That was all I knew, was eating disorders. I didn't know how to eat normally. I didn't know how to keep food down. I didn't know how to get my body to start digesting again. But I did it, and you can too. Ew, I hate myself. So anyway, I was thinking to myself, well, I want to come back to YouTube, but I feel like I've covered so much already. I've covered so much about eating disorders and mental health and taking you through my personal life as well. Like, what else is there for me to do? Because that's pretty much all I have knowledge on, sadly. And then I thought to myself, you know, you're in a different place now. You're not educating Shani from the beginning. You are a new educating Shani. You're recovered, pretty much. I don't believe in saying you're fully recovered, because it's one of those things, your eating disorder, where it never really goes away, but it does go dormant, or it does go in remission, if you will, or whatever. And the thoughts are still there. And also, like, in the past 16, 17 months since I've stopped, I had like 9 slip-ups total, 9 or 10 or something. And in the eating disorder recovery, it's different than alcohol and drug abuse. It's a lot different, and it's because we as eating disordered people have to have our addiction every day to live. Whereas, not to trivialize alcoholics or drug addicts, but they don't have to have alcohol to live. They don't have to have drugs to live. We have to have food to live, which means that we have to have our addiction, or face our addiction, or face what we're afraid of because of our addiction every day, 3 times a day. And so eating disorder recovery is very complicated. So I do consider myself recovered, because I'm not active in my eating disorder, but because there have been 9 or 10 times after the last year and a half, I went from doing it 10 times a day to now 10 times in a year and a half. So I'm very proud of myself, and I've come a long way. I am excited to tell you what I've learned. I'm excited to tell you how I did it. And that's what this channel is going to be, is Educating Shani 2.0, where we're going to revisit old videos that I made, topic videos, because I made a lot of good videos back then and not a lot of people saw them. So we're going to revisit those. But when I had made those, I was not recovered. I was barely even in recovery. And now I'm like recovered. And so it'll be interesting to react to those and to go back to those topics and tell you from a different perspective what helped me get through it and what can help you get through it and stuff like that. I've been going to therapy. I just ended therapy with a therapist. He was wonderful, but he wasn't quite what I needed fully. He did help me a little bit with some things that actually changed my world. Actually, he did help me with one thing that literally was a game changer for me eating disorder wise, and I'm going to share that with you coming up. I start with a new therapist this week. I'm really excited about that. And so I want to tell you, things I'm learning in therapy and ways that I got through, eating disorder recovery, and tips and tricks that you can use to get through it. And then also just educating people all over again, except this time I'm doing it from a different perspective. This time I'm doing it with a healthy brain rather than a sick, malnourished, unhappy. Well, I'm still unhappy in some areas, but that has nothing to do with my eating disorder. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited to switch it up, and it'll pretty much be the same type of thing, but it will be a very different perspective. And let me know below what you'd like to see from me this go around. Like, I want this to be helpful for you guys as well as helpful for me. You guys have done so much to help me. Excuse me, sorry. You guys have done so much to help me in the past. I want to do everything I can to try and help you guys who are struggling, where you're in that limbo between, am I in recovery or am I recovered? Like, I want to help you give you that information of how I went from that to that, you know what I mean? But yeah, so let me know if there's any questions you have that I can answer. I'll probably do a Q&A soon and all of that, and it should be pretty good, I hope. I also wanted to let you know that you might have noticed I haven't been doing my podcast very much. Jeremy from TikTok is my podcast partner. We took a break, a really long break, like months, for many reasons, but we are planning to get it up and running again. Hopefully this week. We're gonna try and film tomorrow and get it up and running again for you guys, but we just have been so he went to Mexico for like 6 weeks or something like that, and the Wi-Fi wasn't good down there, and he couldn't get his equipment to work, and it just was a mess. And then I was going through my own health stuff, where I was going to the emergency room a lot and doctors a lot and all kinds of things, and then my bird got sick and died, and that broke me and my soul. Sorry, I didn't realize it was so hard to talk about. It was one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever had. I did do a live stream telling the story. However, I'm going to do a more organized video for you with pictures, with videos that I have not shown you yet, of putting my bird down and the process of it and what happened to her. And it might be a little graphic, so be prepared, but I am going to make that video for you very soon, and I'll explain that. I also just got a new bird, and he's adorable, and I love him. I think it's a boy, it might be a girl. It's hard with parakeets to tell. You can't really tell when they're babies until they get older. So it's happened to us once before where we were told we got a boy, and then it turned into a girl. So we don't know. I didn't want another girl because I didn't want what happened to Lemon to happen again, because it was that traumatic, and I'll explain in the video. But for now, I love the new bird, and Barry, my other bird, is loving the new bird as well, Kiwi. He kind of hated her at first, but now he likes her a lot, and it's cute. I keep calling him a her. Is it a him or a her? It. That's so, like, cold. My bird is an it? No, that's rude. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, channel moving forward. I want to say this. One of the things that I think was really bad for me when my channel started going like this was that I would have I would promise you things. So I would say, okay, new video every other day, or new video every day, or new video twice a week, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do that anymore, except I'm kind of going to, because here's what I will say. My goal, how about that? My goal is to give you at least one video a week and at least one live stream a week on YouTube. So that's probably how it's gonna be for a while until I get into the swing of things. And if I start to feel like I can do more and edit more and film more, and my body will allow me to do more, like I've been standing for like 20 minutes and I'm going to pass out, so I need to hurry and end this. So I don't want to make any promises. That puts pressure on me, and it also gets people's hopes up. And so yeah, so my goal, and I feel like I can promise you this, but I shouldn't. So just my goal is at least one video a week, and for sure a live stream a week, because those are not hard to do. So look forward to that, and I'll let you know. Usually the live streams would be like weekends, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday-ish, I'm thinking. So I'll let you know more a little bit on my next video. Yeah, so that's it. I'm sure there's more that I forgot to say, but I will give you a very personal update very soon. That will actually be the next video, is a personal update, how I'm doing with my eating disorder thoughts, with my health, with my mental state, with my bird, and maybe I'll combine it and tell the story of my bird. I don't know what I'll do yet, but pretty soon you'll get some more information. And so if you have any questions, leave them here so that when I film the next video, maybe I can answer a couple of them if needed. So yeah, so I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited that I'm back. Is anyone excited? You don't have to lie for me, but lie for me, because I'm really fragile. Just kidding. Tell me, I don't care if you don't like me, that's fine. I like myself, that's what matters. I meant that. Wait, I meant that. Growth. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I'm so glad to be back, and I will see you very soon. And remember forever and always that you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye!